faith. It was established AD 325 at Nicaea by Constantine. The letters of Paul. That was what created that slavedom in Jamaica. Because in the 14th century, the British said they come to Christianize us, was to Protestanize us. So I reject that. Church is not here to convert people. Church is to correct the abuse and inculcate, disseminate. It's a democracy, they're free to come. We're not committed to convert people, no. You know what I'm saying? We come here to correct the abuse. Say to you, as a Ethiopian, you can't accept the conqueror faith. You can't be a Muslim, you can't be a Christian, because there's a conqueror faith. It tends to be your father. You have to be a Rasta, that Indians belief, that Rasta. Because if I'm a Christian, I'm fraud, man. If I'm a Muslim, I'm fraud. Because I go to Mecca, it's a Caucasian after Bauta. You know what I'm saying? I go to Rome, I go to a Caucasian. So I couldn't be a Christian or a Muslim. I have to be a Rasta. Total, capital B-L-A-C-K. Black theology. Total. If not, I become a criminal, man. The mere for that we reject the Christian faith. That myth of going to heaven. Because we sit and watch our mom and dad work all their life and leave the money to the church. They did not leave any legacy for us. And some of our brethren died in poverty because they were told to be a good boy, and when you die, you go to heaven. Now, I reject that because our belief did not really entertain that. So long time ago, we never have no problem and hang up with this Jesus thing and this heaven thing. You know what I'm saying? So the myth for Haile Selassie is our God. It motivates us and stimulates us. Because historically, when we check Melelek to Selassie, they actually participate. They work as a man. And you see, before the advent of the Caucasian concept, civilization, we were civilized. You understand what I'm saying? We worship God as a man.
Thousands upon thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. Amen.
You see, the truth of Haile Selassie is the Daniel. We got Ethiopian people in this country, Rasta people, who's supposed to be saved. Now, when they asked for a sponsor, the church came for them to save them. The prisoners in the state facility, they need a sponsor for the church to worship Haile Selassie as God, because they won that right in the Supreme Court. But they had to have a sponsor, a church. He came for the purpose. I didn't came here to work for Babylon. No. Babylon, this is Babylon. No. The church in the prison system assists the prisoners to keep their sanity, to do their time. You know what I'm saying? And we counsel them. We give them hope in themselves. And we train them to become Levites if they don't want to worship. You know what I'm saying? Because you got 73 prison, and you only have got 5 Rasta chaplain. So we train people, we establish educational class that help them. You know, and we have prisoners here today, finished 22 years, 17 years. People were here this today. They're baptized and they came back here to worship God, to find peace in themselves.
My father, he left England and came and visited me when he heard that I was in jail. So he came and told me that, you like Rasta? So he said, you know the Abuna? I said, no, I heard of him. But he said, well, he got a lot of churches in here. If you want to be a Rasta, you should get to meet him. You know, he'll lead you a good way. You know, that's the right people to be around.
In the prison system, we try to give the prisoners that hope in themselves. But what we say to the prisoner that, irrespective you may be a murderer, you can get forgiveness. It depends on your contribution to humanity.
I moved from downstate and I moved to a different facility. The first person came up to me, a Jamaican came up to me and says, hey, Rasta man, you know we have a Rasta church in here? And I said, yeah? And they said, yeah, and it's Friday. And then when I went there, it is like it is like that's what I've been looking for, because I've been seeking, you know, for understanding.
We let the person become aware that he's a divine person, because he was made in the image of God. So respect, you guys say may kill people, it doesn't make any difference. If he can meditate in his law, he can get forgiveness.
Today I'm out here working with the city, and rather than out there selling drugs, because before I met the church I was thinking of how to come out and even sell more drugs until I met the church. And then, you know, it showed me that that's not the right way. You know, you got to go by the law. The church is about the law. Because Haile Selassie I, you know, be the center of the church. He's the lawgiver, and he take up the throne just like how Moses was the lawgiver. He's the same Hafiz, and he become also the lawgiver. He doesn't deal with lawbreakers. I'm a nationality of Jamaica, and an Ethiopian Sabrim. My sovereignty is Ethiopia, and a citizen of America.
Stop calling yourself Afro-American because you were born here as a national, or you're a sovereign of Ethiopia. Because you can't be of both words. Stop saying I'm African-American. He's a fraud, man. He's an Ethiopian.
Rasta has to be judged, not the quantum of the adherence and so on, but the quality of its impact. And that kind of quality you have to find within the general culture. The changes in meaning that Rasta has brought about, of what it means to be black, you know, of what hair is. If you call me a dreadlocks, that is an insult to me, right? In Jamaica, I would take a big spoon and lick in the face to call me a dreadlocks. Because the word D-R-E-A-D is fair, criminal. I'm a Rastafarian. You understand? I'm a locks profile me as a man of God. When we say God, we don't say God as a metaphysical being. We say God as a liberator.
Christianity is all about control and fear. That's all it does. It makes you fearful and make you control you through fear. See? And that is what these guys, Bush and him friend, Bush is Jesus Christ, you know. Time of the world under fear. It's not Al-Qaeda afraid, I know. You think it's Al-Qaeda afraid? I don't afraid of Al-Qaeda blood clot.
The United States is a part of Rome, you know. The United States take orders from Rome, like how our people take orders from America.
Rasta doesn't take up arms, you know. Its resistance is through witness and testimony.
We don't carry guns, because there's no need for no guns. We don't carry weapons, fire. We don't need no guns, no weapon. Because we are not at war with no one. Our warfare is spiritual, through word, sound, and power. We will leave off of this hill here by 207. The whole place will come on fire. Because America, and it's not hatred, because I spend years there, is what I know I'm telling you. The terrible secrecy there, and George Bush will call for this mark here. Hey, before 205 or into 205, you will have to decide about the microchip, because that's what the large man going to bring out to consolidate, which means harness the world's people and its resource. We are prepared. So now, because of the action of George Bush into Iraq, using that oil or wanting that oil to prop up his falling economy because of the World Trade Center problem, it has brought the world trouble, and further trouble will come because he does not plan to come out of those people country, and it will bring the third World War III. It's just a little time.
What am I fight for? 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 I just say my world order. And one big cross every country border. Now I take not at them, I go deal in the order. All about the present chica buy computer, yo. We prophesy by the father, this I want and them a hit me. Trade center get come. I hit me, them go bank Pentagon. I hit me, them took down half your distance. I hit me, Karapata send suicide bomb. I hit me, Sharoma say that Arafat gram. I hit me, the whole of them coming and they gang. The whole of them took pass and they got to then again. But them a fight for, I just see new world order. Hold up that. More fire, man. Haile Selassie I. And quench the fire.
America, by George Bush, obviously was supported by Congress, because Congress black him, he couldn't do it. That's why judgment is coming, friend. America went against their brother. I mean brother, because they are members of the same organization. Am I speaking the truth here? Iraq and Iran. America, all of them are members of the United Nations, and that is a family. Them a
every country border. Now take no chat, them a go deal with the harder. Roll about no process, you got my computer. Oh, the prophesy by the father, so me got to them a hit me.